Hybrid Pro Wrestling has seen a lot in the past few weeks, and it all comes to a head this Saturday in Kalamazoo at HPW Raising the Bar. Several weeks ago, we came here to Year Round Golf in Schoolcraft, Michigan to present Phase 1. Since then, we have seen many new stars arrive, and plenty of others show off their skills. This Saturday, we will see 7 big matches, plus other added bonuses. Make sure to catch us live on Saturday, May 27th at 929 Charlotte Avenue in Kalamazoo. That's the address for St. Mary's Bart Hall, the site of HPW Raising the Bar. One big match at Raising the Bar pits 2 hard-hitting heavyweights one-on-one as the loudmouthed monster from the Isle of Jamaica, Khan, takes on Extreme Bull Wheeler. These 2 powerhouses are on a collision course, and the winner no doubt will have plenty to say once the dust has settled.
Weighing 165 pounds, and CRTV, Zach Gowen.
Time now for an exhibition here on Hybrid Pro Wrestling. The massive Bull Wheeler taking on newcomer Zach Gowen. Seems to be a little something different about Zach Gowen. Can't quite put my finger on it. Bull Wheeler starting off the contest quickly with strikes right to Zach Gowen, overpowering his much smaller opponent. Bull Wheeler taking no prisoners in this contest. He's going to have to ready himself to go up against the Island Destroyer Khan. Bull Wheeler just pounding away with forearms right to the back of Zach Gowen. Side suplex drives him down into the mat. Bull Wheeler dominating so far. Bull going up in the corner, a la Big Van Vader. Drops down, no water in the pool. Zach Gowen able to avoid that one. Bull's opponent going to the top rope, getting his balance. Big moonsault, but likewise he does not connect, and Bull Wheeler moves in for the kill. Puts his opponent out to pasture. That is the 3 count. Bull Wheeler, your victor.
Here is your winner, Bull Wheeler.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 1 Well, it's hard to have the crowd on your side when you're taking on a man missing an appendage, but all's fair in love and wrestling, and Bull Wheeler was victorious in this match. Bull showing a great deal of respect and sportsmanship to his smaller opponent, something we can't say of Khan. These two will square off on Saturday, May 27th at Raising the Bar. Hybrid Pro Wrestling presents our next big event, Raising the Bar, on Saturday, May 27th at St. Mary's Bart Hall in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Based on events of the past few weeks, here's the card so far. In our main event, CJ Otis defends the Hybrid Pro Wrestling Championship against the #1 contender, the Bloody Harker Dirge. Josh Abercrombie will get his chance for redemption one more time against Keith Cream. We will see if the old-timer Jeff King can back up his words against the powerhouse Magnum Conroy, possibly teaching him respect, breaking his back, and making him humble. We will also see a clash of the Titans, Khan taking on Bull Wheeler. This could be both men's first true test against a man of equal or greater size. Also, the tag team scene is heating up. We will expand upon the 2 vs. 2 format with a 6-man tag. The HPW Tag Team Champions, Popular Electronics, teaming up with Jack Thriller to take on the BNU All-American Wrecking Crew and Johnny Dynamo. That 6-man tag and more coming up at HPW Raising the Bar. The HPW Championship, the only title designated for a singles competitor, is the most coveted prize in hybrid pro wrestling. Everyone wants to prove to the world that they are the best, and carrying that belt means you are at the top. Current champion CJ Otis is seen as the epitome of hybrid pro wrestling, mixing everything from technical wrestling to strong style to high flying. He went through 3 other competitors in the inaugural HPW Championship tournament and was successful in his first title defense against Frankie the Face at HPW Phase 1. Also at Phase 1, we saw a wild 6-way elimination match to determine the #1 contender to the HPW Championship. We saw the arrogant Noah Lott, the untouchable Steve Amani, the monster from the Isle of Jamaica, Khan, the massive Magnum Conroy, and newcomers to HPW, the Bloody Harker Dirge, and technically insane Gutter. With 2 men remaining, Gutter and Harker Dirge battled it out to determine the #1 contender to the HPW Championship. Despite being new to HPW, these two were proven elsewhere on the wrestling scene, and according to the HPW Championship Committee, anyone who could survive this 6-way contest deserved a shot at the HPW Championship. In the end, Harker Dirge put down Gutter with the dirt nap, earning a title shot at our next big event, Raising the Bar, on Saturday, May 27th. Can the current champion CJ Otis overcome the mysterious Harker Dirge? Find out at Raising the Bar. 4 weeks ago, after settling the score with Jack Thriller, Josh Abercrombie took on Keith Cream, who returned off a long hiatus from the wrestling world. During the time off, Cream clearly didn't forget many tricks, possibly picking up a few more as he stole a win over the red-hot Abercrombie. A rematch was set for 2 weeks later, and the match picked up where things left off. When things got hot, Cream stepped away from the fire, giving Abercrombie the count-out win, but stealing away the decisive victory. Was Cream's game plan foiled, or was his plot all along to rob Abercrombie of another big win? On Saturday, May 27th, we will see the rubber match between these two, Josh Abercrombie versus Keith Cream, at Raising the Bar.
Lacy, put me in your top 8 when you might space me and never replace me.
Hybrid Pro Wrestling ready to return to action on Memorial Day weekend, dubbed the Memorial Mauling. We started off on Saturday, May 27th with our next big event, Raising the Bar at St. Mary's Bart Hall in Kalamazoo, 929 Charlotte Avenue. Make sure to check it out. 2 weeks ago, the B&U All-American Beatdown crew collided with HPW Tag Team Champions Popular Electronics. PE were assisted by Jack Thriller and picked up the victory after once again using the Power Glove. However, Johnny Dynamo, who was saved by the B&U 1 week prior, helped his newfound allies and caused the referee to reverse his decision, disqualifying the tag champions. After those events, the HPW Championship Committee ordered a 6-man tag for Raising the Bar between Popular Electronics and Jack Thriller against the Bumpin' Uglies and Johnny Dynamo.
You know, we were just inches away from finishing off those B&U Beatdown Crew American crews. And then that Johnny Dynamo, a little jealous because we have the tag team titles. A little jealous. He had to come and stick his nose in our business to cost us the match. Well, Bizzle, we're lucky our buddy, the esteemed Jack Thriller, had our back.
Oh yeah, driving all over. Last time I took one out though, whew, man, I ran right into the thing. Oh my goodness.
Jack. Oh, sorry, whoa. Jack, are you ready for it? In Memorial Mauling?
Dude, you know what time? I'm sorry. I don't even know. I'm sitting here driving. I was gonna go. I was talking. We're gonna go. I was gonna pick the golf balls up, right? I had the greatest idea in the world. You know what that idea was? That's such a great. Golden Tee really rocks. But greatest idea in the world. I was gonna take this Ranger, my Rover Ranger, and I was gonna drive it straight into the Bumpin' Uglies because what they did to you, the tag team champions, was ridiculous. And Johnny Dynamo, scores will be settled. You bring in the camcorder, ha, blah, blah, blah.
Using technology against us. Come on, seriously. Look at the Bizzle. This man bleeds Nintendo.
And anything that you can say for Johnny Dynamo and the Bumpin' Uglies, the first thing is admitting they have a problem. And the problem is Popular Electronics and the first Jack Thriller.
Memorial Mauling and the 6-man tag, B&U and Johnny Dynamo. You're going to believe the hype.
Oh yeah. Game over.
Hybrid Pro Wrestling ready to return to action on Memorial Day weekend, dubbed the Memorial Mauling. We started off on Saturday, May 27th with our next big event, Raising the Bar at St. Mary's Bart Hall in Kalamazoo, 929 Charlotte Avenue. Make sure to check it out. If you have not seen Hybrid Pro Wrestling live, check out this package to show you that you've been missing out.